All right, so again, we're starting on 17. Let's read your instructions. It says to write an equation for each circle. This is the easy stuff we have already done. If we have to write an equation for this circle, it's going to start off like this, right? What goes in the first parenthesis? Do y'all remember? X plus 1 squared. Y'all see where I got the plus 1 from. What goes in the second parenthesis? Y plus 5 squared. Very good. Equals what?
4.
How'd you get 4? 2 squared is 4. That's all we do. We're going to do 17, 19, and 20 on this section. Y'all can write answers only if you would like. 17, 19, and 20. I didn't figure we needed to do 18. It's pretty easy. So y'all do 19 next. We'll check it. Back yesterday. All right, 19. Let's see what y'all got. All right, Jada, give me my answer on 19. What goes in the first parenthesis? X plus 8. Good. Second parenthesis.
Y minus 7.
Equals what?
1/4.
Very good. Anybody got a question how we got 1/4? Just plug in 1/2 parentheses around it and square it in your calculator. Gives you 1/4. All right, good. Y'all do 20. We're just skipping around. I think this is a really easy section. Oh, let's don't do 24. Let's do yeah, let's start. Let's do 24 first. Whatever. It'll be off in just a second. All right, change my mind, guys. We're going to do 30 first. Sorry. It's okay. 20, there's nothing really to do on that one. That's okay. Now write 30. We're going to do 30 first. I'm going to go in the same order I went in the first block, so I have to change my notes. You're smarter. I would say third's the smartest, second block is the second smartest, and first block's
Alright.
Who's in third block?
I don't know. They finish up everything like 20, 30 minutes early. Everything. Nobody watches it anyway, but Z. She's in third block. So. All right, let's go to 30. All right, so this one is not set up. We're going to have to set it up. Do y'all remember how we do that?
Isn't it the box thing?
It's the box thing. So we got to get them into groups and do the box thing. So we got x squared plus 4x, then a box. So we are writing our standard form of the circle. So this is the process you're going to have to go through. Now, we can't do a group for the y's because there's only a y squared. There's nothing else. So we'll just put a y squared there equals 9. All right, copy that. If you want to put parentheses around your group for the x's, you can. You don't really have to. Close. All right, let's go over how to find out what goes in the box. Half of 4 is 2. Now square that. So I got a plus 4 there and a plus 4 there. Okay, next, what goes in this first parenthesis? Y'all remember? All right, here's the shortcut. We could factor it out and do it, but the shortcut is x, bring down your plus, and bring down half of that number. So it's x plus 2. All right, that is our standard form for the circle. Now, it's asking us to find the center, find the radius, and graph it. I'm not going to make us graph any of these. We'll graph length. We're just going to write the center and the radius. If you just want to label it C and R, you can. Or you can write out center and radius, either way. All right, so what is our center on this one? Y'all remember? -2 and 0. -2 and 0 would be our center. How do we find the radius? You take the square root of that, Matthew, and you make it a decimal. 3.6. We should round correctly. I probably won't mark off for not rounding correctly. All right, so that's 30. And that's pretty basic. That's what we did a couple days, just a little bit. All right, we good? Any question on 30? All right, we're going to do some that are a little bit different now. 37 is going to be something I haven't showed you. All right, you start setting 37 up just like we did 30, and we'll see where y'all run into trouble. I hadn't seen anything different yet.
I've only got that far.
There you go. All right, so try to fill in the boxes. You will see the problem. All right, so here we go, Matthew. Let's try to fill in that first box. All right, help me out. What do we do? There you go. Half of 3 is 1.5, or 1.5. Now, somebody square 1.5 for me, please. 2.25. So if I add it there, I got to add it here too. So I think this is the first time we've had one where you had a decimal in it. But it's okay, you do it the same way. All right, what goes in the second box? Let's check it. Half of 8 is 4, and 4 squared is 16. So plus 16 there and there. All right, y'all should be able to finish it. That was the only thing that was new was the decimal. Everything else should be just. Somebody add these 3 numbers up for me right here, please. What's that? 38.25? 38.25 there. All right, what goes in the first parenthesis this time? X minus 1.5. Second parenthesis. All right, so now, what's my center? Good. Positive 1.5 and negative 4. What's my radius going to be? All right, I'm guessing 6.2. Take the square root. That looks right to me. All right, so that's where it's going to be different. There's going to be some problems. And how doubt I make you graph any with decimals. That gets a little messy. I don't know. We might could later. All right, so that's 37. Let's see if there's any other new type problems before I just turn y'all loose on these. Let's do 35 next. 35 is the only one on this whole sheet, I think, on the front. It's got a 4x squared and a 4y squared. So I have showed you problems like this. All right, we have to do an extra step on this problem. All right, so write down 35 and we'll go through it. All right, so does anybody remember the extra step on this one? We have to divide everything by 4, all the way down on both sides of the equal sign. All right, after that, now you can try to get everything into groups. All right, so I got x squared. Matthew's right, that's the only x, so we won't have a group, we'll just have x squared for that. All right, then I got y squared. 36 divided by 4 is 9y. I'll have a box for that. Somebody help me. What's 5 divided by 4? All right, move it over. That's a negative 1.25. Remember, you had to move it over. If it doesn't have an x or a y, it can't be in a group. All right, what's half of 9? What's that? 4.5. Somebody square 4.5 for me. Said 20.25. So I got a plus 20.25 there and a plus 20.25 there. All right, need somebody to add these 2 numbers up for me. That's going to be, is that 19? All right, so what goes in this parenthesis? Y, a plus, and half of 9 is 4.5. All right, we good? So our center is going to be 0 and negative 4.5. Radius, somebody do square root of 19 for me. 4.4. All right, anybody have a question on 35? Yep. You got it? All right, so now I've got y'all 6 problems I want y'all to do. You can just circle these on your paper. We're not going to do all these. 24, 26, 32, 34, 36, and 38. I've got them listed up here. All right, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of time now. 32. All right, so we got x squared. We can't do a group with our x's because we only have one x. But on our y's, I got y squared minus 6y. Then I'll have a box. That makes my group for my y's. Move minus 16 over. That's a positive 16. All right, so that's how we're going to set it up on 32. So I got plus 9 there and plus 9 there. All right, so Harley, what goes in there? Y minus half of that, so it'd be y minus 3. Okay. All right, Brianna, give me the center on this one. 0 from this one. Positive 3 from this one. So 0 to positive 3. What'd y'all get for the radius on 32? Square root of 25 is 5. All right, that's 32. Y'all got 3 more, 34, 36, and 38. All right, look at that one if you need to. X squared minus 18x in the box. Y squared minus 18y in the box. Alright, so that's where the boxes go, Taylor. Half of 18 is 9 squared. I got plus 81 and a plus 81. Same thing here. All right, y'all added these 3 up. Taylor, you said it's 109. Is that right? Did y'all get 109? Okay. Now what goes here? Harley, this is the easy part. Take your x down, take your minus down, and half that number. So that one's x minus 9. All right, and this one's going to be y minus 9. All right, so our center on 34, don't forget you got to flip the sign here and flip the sign here. Positive 9, positive 9. What did y'all get when y'all took the square root of 109? What's that? 10.4. Sounds good. All right, y'all got 36 and 38 to do. All right, y'all good on 41? Let's do 42. All right, 42. Let's make sure I copied it correctly. I did. So, where do y'all think the center is on 42? Negative 1 up 1. All right, is that what we got? We agree on that. What's the radius? You just got to count to find the radius. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the radius. I just counted from the center out to one of the sides. Now, let's write our answer. First parenthesis is x plus 1 squared. Jada, what's the second parenthesis say?
Y minus 1 squared.
Equals what, Jada? How'd you get 16? 4 squared is 16. Good. Y'all can do 43 by yourself. Take a bathroom break. 48. Some of these I'm going to change the problems to make them smaller numbers. I'm not going to change 44. All right, so our instructions say to just write an equation. All right, well, everybody knows to write an equation, we're going to start off with the center, right? And we're going to do it just like we've done all the other ones. All right, what goes in the first parenthesis on this one?
X minus 8.
Very good. Does everybody understand where we got that from? What goes in the second parenthesis? Y plus 9. All right, write that down. You guys can just write answers only on this. I'm fine with it. All right, so now we've got to find the number that goes on the right side of the equal sign, right? We could try to graph it and do it, but the easiest way to do problems like 44 and 45 is just plug in your point. 21 goes in for x, 22 goes in for y. So 21 minus 8 squared and 22 plus 9 squared. Type that in your calculator. That will give you the number that goes on the right side of the equal sign. Somebody type that in for me. Now, it might be pretty big, but that's okay. Whatever number they give you, you plug it in. So this is basically just a calculator problem. What'd y'all get? Hayes, what you got? Garrison, you got it? All right, I think Taylor's right. 1130. 1,130 is what you should get if you type it in, just like I've got it written on the board. It's a plus in between, Harley, not a minus. That's the answer. This is our answer right here. All right? Now, you're going to do 45 the same exact way. You're going to start off with your center and then just plug in your point. That's pretty easy. And these are hardly ever missed on the test. I'll show you the ones that are missed, but it's not these. All right, so y'all are good on 44. All right, go to 45. Do it the same way. Do I need to hold up?
Did you type in
Guys, on 46, I want y'all to change the numbers. Look at 46. They're giving you the endpoints of 11 and 18, and then negative 13.5 and negative 19. That can't fit on a graph. Every one I give you on a test is going to fit on a graph. So change your endpoints to these numbers on the board. Just write them down. Negative 4 and 1 over 6 and 1. Because again, I'm going to let you graph it, or either I'm going to already have it graphed, and you will do this problem by graphing. I think that's the easiest way to do it. All right, are we good? All right, next step. I'm going to graph these points. Y'all don't have to graph it. Just watch it. If I go negative 4 up 1, I'm here. Over 6 up 1, I'm here. All right, those are my endpoints. How can I find the center of the circle knowing those are my endpoints? Because the circle is going to look something like that, right? Half of it. It'd be in the middle. That's right. So look, you counted that pretty quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Matthew says half of it's 5. So go in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is your center. That's how we're going to do it on the test. Graph the endpoints, count to the center. All right, so where's our center at? Over 1, up 1. Y'all agree? All right, so we should be able to write our equation now. All right, what goes in the first parenthesis? What goes in the second parenthesis? What goes on the right side of the equal sign? Who said 25? Braden? Good job. Braden, how did you get 25? Well, how'd you get 5? That's the radius. If you count from the center to one of these points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 squared is 25. I think that's the easiest way to do it. There's some other ways we could do it, but that is by far the easiest. Find the center, count from the center to an edge for the radius.
Are we going to have graphs?
Yes, I will give you graphs for every one of these. All right, let's go to 47. All right, 47. I want y'all to change the numbers on 47. Also, look at what I changed.